Type 4 is when the genitals outgrow, become big, and that's a medical anomaly. So if you say blanketly that is totally banned, you cannot do it in any hospital, it means that even those people are not taken care of. So I'm suggesting that we insert that those with that medical condition can have medical treatment, because it's a medical condition. Thank you.
Can I clarify?
Member for Nyaniga.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Woodley East. What we are dealing with here, it's completely different from that submission from the medical practitioner. That is a medical term, advice based on medical reasons. And if that happens, the procedure in the medical practitioners on their professions will do the needful, period. It has nothing to do with this.
And in fact, honorable members, yeah, he has withdrawn. Okay. So, honorable members, if it is honorable, but you know the honorable member himself heard what I repeated. If I said, oh, he has withdrawn, and he's of the opinion that he has not withdrawn, you don't need to speak on his behalf. I don't like people interrupting me. Please, no, honorable members, I have told you several times, what I observe is those people who will want to take the floor most times are the people who don't want others to take the floor. So allow people express their opinion, and you reserve the right to disagree with them. Respect people for their opinions and disagree. Anybody who wants to disagree, we will give you the floor. And members will finally decide. Please. Wooly, can we hear you? Yes, thank you, Honorable Chair. I heard what the Chair is saying, but that is not capturing what I am saying. Because what I'm saying is that if you put it in law that medicalized FGM is banned totally, it means that even if you have that medical problem with your genitals, you cannot go and have this operation. Honorable, what is clear is that is not a law. Because there was no law which talks about that. Yeah, but there is not. What I'm saying is, you were talking about the report. The report is not a law. So what we are trying to do now is, if the report is only guiding us, but what is being sought is either those amendments or not, or no amendments. That's what is being sought. Chair, what I'm saying is that even in the parent law, even in the Parent Act, which we are talking now, there is nothing like medical, this issue that I'm raising is not captured in that one. Now, you can make proposals. So I'm making a proposal that we insert that one in the Act. That will come at a different time. This one, they are already set proposals as to the amendment. We have debated it. It went to the whole it went to the joint committee. It's now before us. What we will do now is to look at those provisions and make a determination. Members are still free, as was on the honorable member for Kansala, to come out with any proposed amendment and table it before the parliament, before the assembly at any time. Yeah, please. Kiang?
Honorable Speaker, the proposed amendment is not fitting for this practice, what we're doing now. You either allow it or not allow it. So let him maintain his position and we maintain our position.
Thank you very much. So, Honorable, who is shouting?
Kansala.
Kansala?
Yes. Thank you. My bill is very clear. 32A.
No, Honorable, we are not.
No, I wanted to help the.
No, we are not looking for clarity.
No,
Honorable, we are not looking for clarity.
No, it's important so that we can make progress.
All right, what do you want to say?
Yeah, thank you. My bill is very clear. What I'm just working is the liberalization of the choice of people. That is, if all the 32A is deleted and the 32B is deleted, everybody has the leverage right to perform his or culture or religion. That's my proposal. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, honorable members, we proceed.
Honorable Chair, just one more clarification before we move, please.
Who is talking?
Yes, I really understand the position my able colleague from Wuli is coming from. You know, in medicine, a medical condition that deal with anomalies, already the medical practitioners, they have their code of conduct and they have their existing laws, there are already existing legislation covering all that. Anything that you have problem with your body in anywhere, they can perform any practice or procedure on you and it will be definitely legal. So what we are bringing here is completely different from those things. I understand your position and I appreciate it, but I think it's not this.
I think I have made a determination on this particular one. Honorable members have at any time a right to bring any proposed amendment to any legislation here. If members agree, if they don't, there is no time frame. Can we now proceed, please, on the issue? We are not. I'm not entertaining debate or clarity or anything. Please, clerk.
Clause 3, amendment of section 32A.
It is proposed that clause 3, amendment of section 32A, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. No. The noes have it. Honorable. Yes. No. No. Honorable. You see, I wish you come and sit at my place. And when that happens, you will be worse than any other speaker. You see, you are discussing. You are discussing. Minority, I think get your key whip and let him be defeated.
Honorable Chair.
He's the key whip.
Honorable Chair.
Yes, division. Now we will count. Honorable, that is clause 3. Those in favor for clause 3 to stand part of the bill, please raise your tax. Those in favor. Honorable members, those not in favor, please raise your tax. Members, those abstaining, abstentions, raise your tax.
Abstaining.
Abstentions? No abstentions. Huh? Hey. Honorable members, the vote for clause 3. Those in favor, 19. Those against, noes, 33. 3. Honorable members, please. Honorable, it's not good that you say this. What about if the nose had said no, it's not 19? No, it is counted by independent people. My friend, people can stay back. The same thing applied. If you want that, let them raise their tax. They counted those they have seen. Honorable members, the results are no, the ayes have 19-19, the noes have 33, and there are no abstentions. Yeah, the noes have it. Chair. So it means clause 3, amendment of section 32A, Chair, as proposed does not stand part of the bill. Yes, Chair. Somebody is shouting.
Yes, member for
Sabak Sanjal.
Yes, Chair. I think we have a counting issue here. Because if you look at in the chamber today, we have only 4 members that are not present. So obviously the figures that are given does not match with the number that is in-house today. So I think we have a counting issue here. And I think for the purpose of record keeping, it is very important you allow the clerk to recount again. So
Honorable, you see, members are not forced to raise their tax. A member can decide to not participate. So what we are saying is, I have said it at the beginning. If you are voting yes, when it is time, raise your tax up. If you are voting no, when it's time, raise your tax up. At the end of the day, the independent people will count, and the result is what we go by. We cannot say that minority or majority has not voted, they must vote. You cannot do that.
On track, what happened is that you can only count abstain when the person raises or attack up for abstain. But if you don't raise, it will not be counted as abstain.
Yes, Honorable.
Well, Honorable Chair, I think the issue is about the member. He voted, and then he voted, and he was not counted. That's what we are talking about. I said,
how do you know that he was not counted?
Well, he can clarify.
How would you know that he was not counted?
I saw him.
Listen, Honorable, I think we have to be fair. Honorable members, I'm not giving floor, please. Honorable. You see, Honorable Majority, you will put us into a dilemma, because anytime we do it, it will say count, and we will continue to be counting the whole day. Let's not create precedents, please. Honorable members, we are gone for clause 3. Can we continue?
Clause 4, amendment of section 32B.
Honorable members, it is proposed that clause 4, amendment of section 32B, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those not in favor, please say no. No. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. No. The last chance, honorable members. The last chance. And honorable members, use your voice. Honorable members, no dialogue, use your voice. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. No. The noes have it. Division, according to my minority leader. Now, honorable members, once again, please don't raise your tag this way and you expect them to see everything. When you are raising your tag, raise it up. Those in favor, please raise your tags up. Members, those against, please raise your tags up. You've got it. Honorable members, those abstentions, please raise your tags. Abstentions? Honorable members, the results for clause 4. Those in favor, the ayes, 19. Those against, the noes, 34. Abstentions, 0. So the noes have it. It means the clause as proposed does not stand part of the bill. So, honorable members, the consideration stage is now completed. The assembly will now resume. Honorable members, the House now resumes. Honorable members, following the Committee of the Whole Assembly, there seems to be some circumstances that may need my ruling now. And honorable members, that's the ruling. Honorable members, Order 7219 of the Standing Orders provide that at the completion of the consideration stage, the bill shall stand referred to the Assembly Business Committee for scheduling of third reading. However, this bill has been considered at the Committee of the Whole Assembly without its clauses standing part of the bill. Honorable members, under the circumstance where the Assembly has never witnessed a scenario of an entire bill negatived at consideration stage, I will invoke Order 8.1 of the Standing Orders, which states that in all cases where matters are not expressly provided for by these standing orders, any questions on procedure or order shall be decided by the Honorable Speaker. To rule that the Women Amendment Bill 2024, having gone through the consideration stage with all the clauses voted down, is hereby deemed rejected and negative. This ruling is appropriate as the Assembly cannot be engaged in such a futile exercise as to allow the bill to proceed to third reading without its clauses. Order 7220 of the Standing Orders requires that when a bill has been amended at consideration stage, the whole text of the bill, together with a revised memorandum of objects and reasons, as amended, shall, if practicable, be printed. But if this is not practicable, the text of every clause or schedule amended and every new clause or new schedule added shall be printed, published, and circulated to members in advance of the final stage. Honorable members, this is practically impossible, as the bill is now without clauses, which is fundamental for it to be read third time and passed. In accordance with Order 8.1 of the Standing Orders, I so rule that the bill is rejected and the legislative process exhausted. I thank you. Honorable members, those in the gallery, please, if you are going out, please go out quietly, please. Honorable members, I think we can proceed. Those in the gallery, please, as you go out, be quiet, please. Please. I'll call you by your name or your position if I see you talking, and we will have to resort to send you out. Please. Honorable members, we can now proceed. Clerk, may we proceed?
Bills. Order 66, second reading of the National Security Council Bill 2024 by the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Honorable members, you will recall that the first reading of the National Security Council Bill 2024 was done on Monday, 24 June 2024, and today is appointed for the second reading in accordance with Standing Orders 66-2. Therefore, pursuant to Orders 67 of the Standing Orders, I now invite the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice to move a motion for the second reading of the bill entitled National Security Council Bill 2024. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled National Security Council Bill 2022 be read the second time. Honorable Speaker, this bill seeks to promote the effective and efficient coordination of the security of the Gambia as a critically important factor for security sector reform. It also seeks to position the Gambia strategically in its geopolitical path for her best security and development interests as articulated in the National Development Plan. Prior to 2017, the national security structure in the Gambia lacked formal mechanisms for security sector institutions to collaborate at strategic and operational levels. There was a lack of central forum for managing national security operations and intelligence gathering activities, leading to a disjointed approach in providing information for informed decision-making at the executive level. The Security Sector Reform Technical Working Group's assessment report from August to December 2017 highlighted significant deficiencies within the armed and security services, including the absence of effective oversight bodies and outdated legal frameworks governing the security services. The passing of this bill aims to address these issues by establishing the Office of National Security under the National Security Council and specialized committees within the Council. This framework, designed to improve coordination among national security activities and enhance the efficiency and accountability of the armed and security services in meeting the Gambia's overall security needs. On those terms, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice. Any seconder, honorable members? Honorable Member for Upper Saloon.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion for the creation of a National Security Council. Honorable Speaker, when you look at the Constitution, 1997, Section 78, subsection 1, it clearly outlines the need for us to create a national security. And going by the Constitution, you realize that actually it's just a framework that was created, and there's a need for us to expand on that framework in the Constitution. So I think the creation of this council, which is almost like a secretariat, I think is in the right direction. And because when you go by the objects and reason, one realizes that it seems there is not a specific office or a specific secretariat that would guide the effective functioning of this council. Honorable Speaker, that's a very serious matter. And I think this bill is here to correct the anomalies that we actually have right now. Because there's a framework, but the framework is not actually expanded to create such an office. Honorable Speaker, when you look at the section 78, subsection 1 of the 1997 Constitution, it actually clearly outlines the members. And it includes the President, the Vice President, the Minister responsible for Defense, the Minister responsible for Internal Affairs, the Chief of Defense Staff of the Gambia Armed Forces, the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, the Intelligence Advisor of the President, and it has 2 other members of the Gambia Armed Forces. Honorable Speaker, this last part is not indicated in the Constitution, and I would like the Minister to help us reconcile that last part, which is the 2 other members of the Gambia Armed Forces appointed by the President. If you look at the Constitution, that last part is not part of the Constitution. So we need to get some clarity why we're adding those 2 members from the armed forces, which the Constitution did not actually talk about. So we need to take a look at it. We need some clarity on that aspect. Honorable Speaker, yes. So, Honorable Speaker, to continue right along, I think the bill actually came right on time, just to ensure that the anomalies the anomaly we have right now is actually corrected, and I stand to support this bill, but need the Minister.
Honorable members, please allow the honorable member to talk. You cannot be sitting at your table, at your desk. Honorable member for Kansala, I'm talking to you. Please. No, please. Honorable, don't shout over the floor of the parliament. Honorable member, can you please proceed?
Actually, it's done. I just needed to show that I support the creation of such an office, because it's going to help a lot in the management of the Security Council. And I was just asking the Minister one aspect of the bill, which is not part of the Constitution, to give me clarity on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honorable member for Upper Salu. Honorable members, in accordance with orders 67(1) of the standing orders, I will now open the floor for debate on the general merits and principles of the bill. Honorable members, let's remind ourselves that the time allotted for the debate is 1 hour. I now open the floor for honorable members who may wish to partake in the debate. I call on the honorable member for Busumbala constituency.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. We thank the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, for tabling this important bill before us. Honorable Speaker, National Security Council bill is timely. It's timely in the sense that we all knew that Gambia is undergoing security sector reform. This security sector reform is essentially to enhance and promote security efficiency and effectiveness in this country. By doing that, you must have a central pillar, an authority responsible for the coordination of these security issues within the country. So the bill primarily is geared towards addressing that loophole. As it is stated in the object and reasons, we knew very well that we face numerous problems in terms of creation and promotion of security issues in this country. Why do we face that? Because we don't have an authority, an established legal authority that will be responsible to coordinate and promote, enhance, and ensure that accountability is put into the aid security output within this country. So in essence, it is in line with our national development plan to effectively coordinate our security activities in this country so that the end users will have the benefits of it. Honorable Speaker, as the nation is evolving from state security to human security, I believe it is essential for this National Security Council bill to be considered so that we will have the benefit of promoting coordination and accountability of security issues in this country. Thank you. Submit.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Busumbala. I now invite the Honorable Member for Bakau.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I have a very limited contribution when it comes to this bill. Having gone through the objects and reasons of the bill, I am made to understand that with the introduction of this bill, it will give us certain security. I'm saying this simply because we are experiencing insecurity in our lives, because citizens are being attacked every day. So with the introduction of this bill, I believe there will be some security in our lives and properties. Without taking much of the Parliament's time, I rise just to give the bill a blessing. On that note, I thank the mover of the bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Bakau. I now invite the Honorable Member for Tumanna.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much once again for giving me the floor to have my contribution on the said bill. I think we all understand the importance of security, and ever since everybody is complaining about some lapses in our security sector. So therefore, if this bill is here with us, I think this is very, very timely, and it is very, very important, because it's there to fix those lapses as far as our security system is concerned. I have to thank the government through the Ministry of Justice for coming up with this wonderful bill, which is needed, which is timely as far as our current realities are concerned. Because currently the system is lacking effective oversight bodies to our security sector, and this bill is here to fix that problem, and we are hoping that it is going to settle some of the difficulties in our security sector. The existing framework that is existing need expansion and adjustment. And I believe this bill also is here to make those expansion and adjustment. Therefore, it's very important for us to give our blessing to this bill, for it to be a law of the land. Honorable Speaker, the Security Council is very, very important. And what the bill has shown us, I think those are very, very important members to be there. What I will also do is to add my voice to Honorable Opas Salum for just clarification of that 2 members from the security to be part of the members. just a clarification. Establishment of the Security Council will help us to coordinate and control our security sector. As the saying goes, now the system is moving from state security to human security. And I think this bill is here for that. With that few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I thank you and I want to take my seat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Tumana. I now invite the Honorable Member for Upper Fladu West.
Yes, thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. First of all, I would like to thank the Minister of Justice, who is here representing the government of the Gambia, for bringing this important bill. I think this bill is very, very timely, and then this is what most of the Gambians were yearning for many years. I can remember since the new government came into power, these were some of the promises made by the government that security sector reform is going to be the order of the day, and then other reforms. So if government of the Gambia is coming up with this bill, I know people were eagerly anticipating for this bill so many years ago. But notwithstanding, Rome was not built in a day, and then Gambia cannot be built in a day. So therefore, we have to thank the government of the Gambia for coming up with this bill, because if you look or read or go through the objects and reasons of this bill, it is clearly stated that this bill seeks to promote the effective and efficient coordination of the security of the Gambia as a critical important factor for security sector reforms. And then we all know security played a vital role in any nation building. If a country is not secured, forget about development. Whatever you develop for decades, can be destroyed in one day. So that is why security is very, very paramount to life. So any country that is not secured, no matter how wealthy that country is, or no matter how strong that country is, it will be very, very difficult for the citizens who are living in that country to live safely in that country. So the government coming up with this bill, I think is very, very timely. And then we know Gambia is known for one thing, especially our men and women in uniform, when they go out for peacekeeping in other parts of Africa or in other parts of the world. We have a disciplined security forces. We can all attest to that. In the sub-region, Gambia is one of the most disciplined security personnel that we have. So coming up with this bill is just going to create that legal framework governing the security services, which is very, very key. So I think we are very, very pleased to have a minister and to have a government who can think out of the box. And then this is what Gambians have been calling for: security reform, security reform. And anything that government is doing, it has to be based on law. So we thank His Excellency President Barrow, and then we thank the Justice Minister for coming up with this bill. And then
thank you very much, Honorable Member for Upper Fladu West. I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol.
First and foremost, may I start by thanking the Speaker, and let me also thank the Minister for tabling the bill. Just as we will always say, it's timely, but what matters most is the implementation of what we are saying is timely. National security is a constant to all of us. We do not say national security of a party or a political party. We say national security, which is for everyone. We all agree our country is not secure because our state house is under foreign forces, phone is under foreign forces, when our own securities are here. A lot is happening at the security institutions, where deserving security officers are neglected and then demoted or not even promoted, where those who don't deserve promotions, who are not committed, are promoted and given responsibilities within the security. I expect the national security people who are going to be appointed will be people of competence, not people who are affiliated to political parties. We all will agree. We need cyber security. We need financial security. We need family security. Without security, there is no peace in this country, and without peace, there is no development in this country. But the worst part of it, we have seen it happen here, where High Court judgment is just denied, where competent people have been kicked out from the system, where coupists are reinstated. What kind of national security is that? What kind of advice is that? We are still not free. If still our state house is occupied by foreign forces, if still our security men and women in uniform are neglected, not promoted, what is happening within the security institutions is definitely something that is unacceptable. Go to the immigration. People treat it like family business. So the National Security Council bill is timely, and now, as I always say, yes, what matters most, yes? I did not say anything. He's just there to interrupt.
Honorable, somebody, pardon? He said?
I'm raising my time to be in the list.
Continue, Honorable.
So, like I would say, Honorable Minister, this is timely. I wish people who will be appointed to this position is not based on political affiliation. It's about nation security. Our security definitely reforms, but not reforms of reinstating coupists. Those who did nothing, you sack them out. Promoting people who are not competent in position, you promote them because people are just turning institutions, security institutions, like their family property or political institutions. Where those who believe that all securities are here to protect everyone. And none of us is going to go against it. So my only advice is the implementation. We have to look after our security. We will.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol. Honorable members, let me remind honorable members that we must limit ourselves to the merits and principles of the bill. The merits and the principles of the bill. Please. I now invite the honorable member for Banjul Central.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I will first and foremost like to send our lookout with regards to a certain fire outbreak that happened at the military barracks at Hamza Barracks just 2 days ago, where almost none of their items, household items, made it out due to a very severe fire outbreak, and that our hearts and minds are with them. And this bill has come at a very crucial point as well, because it's also relative to security. We thank the Honourable Minister for tabling this. It's quite timely, and we've time and time again been advocating for the smooth but also expedite process of the security sector reform process. I think these are all areas that are very prudent with regards to realizing a very efficient security council. So this is very apt and timely. I have gone through some of the provisions on the bill. I would just have a question-like sort of with regards to some of the provisions, especially the miscellaneous provisions, as to in terms of confidentiality, for example. There's a section under the miscellaneous provisions whereby a certain amount, that is, I think, 100,000, is put as to someone who has maybe disclosed a confidential, file or document, and that I think that it has to be proportionate based on the severity of the attempted, disclosure of a document or something. I would like the Honourable Minister to maybe shed more light on that. Part of the provisions also, with regards to coordinated joint operations, it's very important as well, because it will help the Security Council and be able to formulate strategies as to how to coordinate units together to be able to fulfill a certain mission or goal. So with regards to that, I've seen the coordinating bodies, but I would like to ask the Honourable Minister, is there any other provision?
A point of order, sir.
Who is rising to a point of order?
Kantora.
Yes, majority.
Honourable Speaker, object and reason. Order 64. So at this time, it's only the object and reason of the bill may be debated. It's not to go into the bill, its clauses of punitive clauses, financial commitment here and there. We are just here to debate only the merit and principle, not really going to the nitty-gritty of the bill.
I think you are right. In fact, I try to remind members that at this stage of the debate, it's only on the merit, overall merits and principles of the bill. Honourable member, please take
Yes, Honourable Speaker, actually I was saying things in generality. I haven't mentioned any specific. The merits. Sorry, Honourable.
Honourable, you can go ahead with 1 extra minute.
Okay. It's not. Yes, Honourable Speaker, just briefly, I've gone through the merits and principles, so I just have a reservation when it comes to the joint operation of things. I've seen certain security-related agencies that have joined forces to be able to comprise of this committee, but I haven't seen any, let's say, for example, if there's a need to incorporate an external force to join the operation for its activities, when the need arises. That's just something that we want the Minister to clarify. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member for Banjul Central. I now invite the Honourable Member for Fonyi Kansala.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I thank the Minister of Justice for laying this bill entitled National Security Bill. National security is the umbilical core of a country. Without security, operations of finance will be zero. Without security, education won't. Without security, healthcare would not be at ease. But I believe forming this council will, one, uphold the main gains of national security in a country. Now, looking at the objects and reasons, where it says there are lack of central forums for managing national security operations and intelligence gathering activities, leading to disjointed approach in providing information for informed decision making at executive level. Yeah, this is very right. You won't know who is who and who is leading what to the president, either the police, the army, or the intelligence. So when they have a coordinative unit, it will inform that information. It will give an ease and also will give promptness in terms of making decisions for a country. So security is paramount, and in which we've been hearing national security reform and reform agenda. I do tell people, it's not about national security reform. It's about what we think will be able to give us coordination, what we think will be able to give us a resilient security, what we think will be able to give us what do we move as a country, where the length and breadth of the country will be wholly and solely in the mandate of our Gambian people. SSR is important, but most of the cases you realize that most of the terms and terminology of SSR is borrowed. Whoever funding will give what they want, advise you what they want to, and also coordinate and said, we want you to do this. This is what we are having a challenge. But I believe coming up with the national security, we want to see history of saying, this age is said we do this, this formality is saying we do this. It has to be the central making body to make sure they execute 1, intelligence, 2, armed and security, 3, immigrations and surveillance. This is quite okay. With the national security, we believe that some of the data that are within the border will be synchronized. You go to certain borders, you realize that immigration have their own. SIS will also rely on their own. The police will rely on their own. You know, whereby if the national security is in function and take its lead role, you realize that data, information, and promptness to issues that will surround national security will be at ease. Whereby, I believe with this national security it will give us a smooth running environment and the country will stand its feet for progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Fonyi Kansala. I now invite the Honorable Member for Lower Salu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Can I also join my colleagues to thank the Minister that brought these brilliant ideas. It's a long overdue, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we have seen the past 22 years what has gone through our security operandi. And Honorable Speaker, there are evidence that shows that our entire security men's and women's, they are fair on them because of the brutality of their leadership. This government of the day today came by the member for Upper Salem quoted the sections of the constitution that is deemed necessary to bring this henceforward. Honorable Speaker, the entire Gambians know what has happened for the former regime.
Point of order, Honorable
Speaker.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker. Yes, can we hear the point of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise on point of order 29.1. Every member shall restrict his or her observation to the subject on the discussion. The subject on the discussion is National Security Council Bill. It's not about the former government or whatever. So that is it. And the member is deviating and talking about the former government and what they have and what they have not.
Honorable Member, can you continue, please?
Honorable Speaker, I think the SSR is all about the reform of the securities, what has happened in the previous government. This is a baseline that I'm trying to put, because the member for Fonyi has mentioned it, Fonyi Jaro, where our security men and women are subject into, that this government are not into that. We have to, thank this government, the present government, Honorable Speaker, because it's a constitutional provision that says it. If it has happened for that regime, we will not start on this. But the due process was not taken. Our entire security men and women were just robbed, doing whatever they want to, without not obeying any rules or procedures in the security councils. Honorable Minister, before going further, because the time is limited for 3 minutes, if I've gone through the bill, which I'm not here to push all those clauses, but the way and manner of the council is going to be funded through a levies that you have listed. But with these levies, I have not seen fines of courts. For instance, drugs and other things. If you are paying fine, where those levies will go. And again, there are fees that are collected from the ports. Security fees are not part of the bills. And again, the importance of these armed forces, arms, these local arms, I have not seen there. And this should be part of these levies that will be collected by the councils. Thank you very much, Honorable.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Lower Salum. I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Bintang.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Most carefully upon the hour. Honorable Speaker, the National Security Council bill have actually come at the right time. But what is this here to actually address? Is there to form the council. How will that council benefit that police officer in Jahalipacha or in Sendu? How will this council benefit the people of the country? How will the security specifically benefit from this? Or is this specifically to create job opportunities for few individuals? We still question, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, how will this National Security Council bill eradicate foreign security officers in our land? Honorable Speaker, we still question, and we are in the land of wondering as we continue to wonder as to what our fate will be. Honorable Speaker, the National Security Council bill is of essence. But how will this benefit our security officers? Because we all know that the security officers are not well paid. But how will this address that? The security officers goes for 2 or 3 to 4 years without uniforms. Government buying uniforms for them. How will this address that? Honorable Minister, I still continue to question, and I wish you take note of the questions. Honorable Speaker, the country as it stands today, we have seen that security officers are not respected wherever we go. How will this bring back their dignity and their respect? How will this bill do that? We still question, because that is our role to do. Honorable Speaker, when will the killing of our security officers stop? Will this address that? That is exactly what we want to know. How will this address that? On that note, I thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Fonyi Bintang Karanai. I now invite the Honorable Member for Banjul South.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My intervention is going to be very short. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the objects and reasons, it says the passing of this bill aims to address issues that were identified by the by the mechanism, formal prior meetings that they had just after 2017, which highlighted the significant efficiencies. And it states that it is looking at the Gambia's overall security needs. My concern here, Mr. Speaker, we still have in our constitution the NIA, National Intelligence Agency, and not the SIS. And as we speak now, it has been changed, I would say illegally, because NIA is a constitutional requirement. I would advise them to look into that matter and make sure that it is changed, amended in the constitution before, because when I looked into this, it continuously said the NIA. And according to what we have now, we have the SIS. So when we say the Gambia's overall security needs and the NIA or the SIS as it is now is not in the constitution but the NIA, how do we factor that? And also, it says the overall security needs. The overall means everybody, every security sector, including the security of His Excellency, the President. Are we going to include, because we are saying that we want a good security service, and at this moment we are in now, His Excellency is being secured by foreign security personnel. And Mr. Speaker, are we going to ensure that we have Gambians securing our own president? Otherwise, we are saying that whatever security amendments we do, we are not recognizing, we do not have confidence in our own security. I think that needs to be looked into. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Banjul South. I now invite the Honorable Member for Sami.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the Honorable Minister for coming up with this bill, that is National Security Council Bill 2024. Honorable Speaker, when we look at the objects and reasons in the bill, we are told that this national security has organs, that is the armed forces, National Intelligence Agency, police forces, and so on. Honorable Speaker, and in the bill, you look at the object and reason, it is stated there that it will seek to promote effective and efficient coordination of the security of the Gambia. Honorable Speaker, when we look at our armed forces and our security sectors, they are faced with so many challenges that affect them to do their oversight properly. So my question to Honorable Minister is that, is it that if this bill is passed, it is going to take care the mobility and the general welfare of the security sectors? Will this going to improve that? Honorable Speaker, and when we look at the bill also, especially we look at the Immigration Department, you know, when a bill is passed, you have to look at what is the general public, what benefit are they going to get from that? Honorable Speaker, when we look at the Immigration Department, if you want a passport, you have to travel all the way from rural areas and come here. Is this going to address such issues for the general public? Thank you very much for giving me the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Sami. I now invite the Honorable Member for Kantora and Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Allow me to also join my colleagues to thank the Attorney General and Minister for Justice for ably tabling this bill. Honorable Speaker, we have to commend the government for the fact that they understood the cry of Gambians. They have understood how security forces has been toiled in the past regime. I agree, of course, as alluded by Member for Fonyi Karanai, that they are not respected. This bill comes to address just that, to make sure dignity is restored, to make sure integrity is restored, to make sure professionalism is restored. Unless we forget, this government is embarking on a series of reform, and they deserve a commendation, whereby we are transforming the security forces into professional security forces, gathering intelligence. Remember, there is no country, there is no state or no government that did not operate in tacit, in secrecy. So if you want to govern your state, your ability to ensure that you gather enough evidence, enough information to be able to make sure that you make an informed decision. Even this parliament, without a well-coordinated system in place to gather adequate information to make informed decision, will not flourish as a parliament. And this bill is here to address such mechanism, put it in place, mindful of that the government of the Gambia has a social contract with the Gambian people, sanctioned by constitutional provision, section 178, 1 and 2, sanctioned by section 186, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, that they are responsible in terms of not only the internal security of the state, but even external. That is why we have the police responsible for internal affairs and the armed forces on the boundaries. So basically, it's in fulfillment of a constitutional mandate given by our very people, the electorate, to His Excellency, the President. Honorable Speaker, the security forces being named as foreign, I don't think is right. If we are of faith with the ECOWAS protocol, I should be free in any country in West Africa as if I'm in the Gambia. So it's really sad, members of parliament making remarks on economic contingent forces as foreign. Who is foreign? It's very sad. If you understand ECOWAS protocols, you'll be same to raise your voice calling economic contingent as foreign. It's time that we see them as community citizens. They belong to this community, and they're here for good reason, to help stabilize this country. If efforts are not being appreciated, they should not be downplayed. People should stop playing with the gallery. On that note, as for me, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Kantora and Majority Leader.